Welcome back to Jesters of Ravenloft, where a group of comedians try to escape the horrors of the mists. The troupe fought the chieftain of the Lizardfolk. Shadow Nemesis tried to eat Hazel after she accidentally shot him in the eye, but Tyler calmed him down with a healing potion. Shadow Rogue got his hands on the lizard, but his attack had no effect. Tyler struck the lizard with his greatsword, but the sword shattered, and Dell, realizing they might need more than physical weapons, reached into a glowing bloody basin, pulled out the reality blade, heard Werner Herzog's voice in her head, and used the blade to draw a giant flying arrowhead that pierced the lizard. They have their 3 items, but will it be enough to take on the Dark One? I doubt it.
Hello, friends, and welcome to another recording of Jesters of Ravenloft, where we already had somebody cash in Mama Strange for a spooky success or fearful failure. So welcome to the spicy starting episode. There is a poll for chat currently. None of you players look at it, but that'll help define things that are going on behind the scenes. And before we start, I will start with a recap of what occurred in the entire show up till now.
Yeah.
Oh, God help me. There was our heroes, a comedy troupe performing their sketch comedy in Edinburgh, known as Wet Change, when the mist sucked them into Ravenloft. They ran through town. They ended up meeting Mayor Werner Herzog and a ranger named Smokewing, and realized there were 3 things they had to do to be able to escape Ravenloft. They had to collect 3 magic items so they could face off with the Dark One and then get out of here. Or maybe not. They're not so sure about the end goal because the voice speaking to Tyler in his head, Ezra, the god of the mists, has been a little bit vague. They set out to battle the Black Knight to steal his helmet, as the Black Knight had declared he was going to kill them the following evening, so it seemed pertinent to deal with the Black Knight first. They made their way through his caverns, teamed up with his bone horse, and defeated the Black Knight in a battle both physical and psychic, where, sadly, Guy Bradford, famed comedian and friend of us all, passed away.
Yeah.
And Adam was possessed by a symbiote that he named Shadowmaster, that now makes him look like one of the Lost Boys. And he started eating brains. He could waste people's time, but he really focused on eating the brains. Guy was brought back by Ezra, only he had no memory whatsoever and now has ghost hands and feet. And his outfit turned black because now he's a creature of the reborn. Not quite living, not quite dead. Not quite Guy Bradford. They renamed him Shadow Rogue, I think mainly from Adam. A lot of shadow names. And then they returned to town victorious. They were ready to set off to battle the spider folk. Adam acquired one of the squires, managing to convince all of the squires of the Black Knight that he was the new Black Knight, and sent them off to fight spider folk, where they all died horribly, except for the one squire that was hanging out with him. They were kidnapped, however, by the Dark One in the big spooky castle at the edge of the realm, and sent to the Skinless Caves, where they barely escaped with their skins. In the process of this, Tyler turned into a green-skinned horned monster, but gained the powers of the Crown of Horns. And Adam ate a man named Peter Nutter, and then murdered Werner Herzog by using him as a human shield. So it may be indirect. We're going to go with manslaughter, or at least Werner slaughter.
No.
Then they made their way back to town. They were excited to face off with the spider folk. Unfortunately, the Dark One had had enough of their meddling with his plans and changed out part of the realm for a massive group of Lizardfolk. Spookier. Guy, as Shadow Rogue, unfortunately disappeared. And Kat Letwin, another comedian, was blasted in to take his place. So Guy has now seen his own history acted out by shadow puppets and other forms of puppets. Is it all accurate? No, but, Shadow Rogue is now pretty confident he knows how his life worked, even though it apparently involved a lot of sexual harassment from Tyler. Setting out to deal with the Lizardfolk, our heroes were also joined by Hazel Nutter, the daughter of Peter Nutter, who had approached Adam, who convinced Hazel that her dad was going to show up any time now, so he could be her temporary dad. Also, Adam picked a fight with a symbiote and then decided he was evil. They battled their way up the Lizardfolk ziggurat. When they got to the top, they ended up having Tyler made himself appear to be a Lizardfolk. They went in, battled the chieftain, which turned out to be immune to normal mortal weapons, and Dell claimed the reality blade, hearing the deceased Werner Herzog's voice in her head, and then drew a massive arrow that, in reality itself, that blasted a hole through the lizard chieftain, who then collapsed dead. And that is where we left off on our story. Does that feel right?
Yeah.
Did I miss anything? I feel like I got it all.
That was good.
Yeah. Thorough.
All right. Does anybody have any questions? Oh yeah, Paul Rudd's the mayor.
Important note.
Well, now I don't have any questions.
Okay. Got another thing came in, so I'm just making notes of stuff that gets added.
Uh-oh.
Oh, man.
All right. I think I will hide chat now so that I can keep track of what's going on.
All right. See you later, chat.
Oh,
Bye. Bye.
Oh, no.
man.
Oh, no.
If everybody is ready, it is time for us to journey back into Ravenloft. Del, the arrow you carved into the air flew forth from the reality blade as you directed it and blew a massive hole through the mayor of the Lizardfolk, as you have all named him, who falls dead. You are left standing, feeling the wind blowing around you. And you feel the reality blade, it feels somewhat lessened. Not to the point that it's not magical, but you can tell that this was the blood charge from the basin up there, that you're now dealing with a more traditional reality blade. What does everybody do?
Holy shit.
Whoa. Whoa, guys, I think I strangled him so hard I blew a hole through his chest. Anybody else?
Tyler and Adam, can you both roll me perception?
Perception.
I like that it's not a guarantee that I know what happened. I rolled a 23 on my perception.
Oh.
Total of 9.
All right, Adam, you didn't see it happen. Tyler, you did. The Squire did not. Jimmy did. Shadow Jimmy did.
Okay.
I wanted to run over to Adam because I think he got like slammed against a wall over in a corner and just go over and check on him. Adam, Shadow Nemesis. Adam, are you okay?
Must become king of the snake men. And can I crawl my way over to the body of the snake mare?
Oh, absolutely. I mean,
Okay.
lizard mayor, but sure.
Oh, lizard mare, yeah. Oh, they're not snakes. Okay.
No, they've never
Whoops.
been snakes. You just
Oh.
you've been saying
I
that
need-
the whole time. So keep
Yeah,
your
edit my
continuity.
notes. Okay.
And as you do it, the great wizard Omega Sergeant of Shadows dashes forwards and holds up the Polaroid camera and takes a photo of the mayor's body. He just goes, "Yeah, got him."
Do the draw.
Good work, kiddo. And I want to. Okay. Here's my thinking. We need the lizard people to be like our helpers. So I want. Is there like a like?
I like the expressions
We
for everybody
did.
else of a strong Dewey, but
Right. Wait, okay. I want to look around as I'm crawling towards the lizard mare. Is there like a balcony or something that the lizard mare can like walked out on, and it was just like bow down before me, like one of these things, or
The
no.
balcony of his
But
ziggurat.
if you go back through the 150-foot broken sword room and back through the long hallway to the top of the ziggurat, then you could yell off it.
okay. I'm going to cut off the lizard mare's head, and I'm going to drag it all the way back to where I could yell at the lizard people.
Okay, that's going to take some time, so I'm going to see what everybody else is doing. Adam, heavily injured, is slowly
Yeah.
dragging himself across the room and is now severing the head of the dead lizard mayor. What's everybody else doing?
I mean, I think I'm just still in shock at like, wow, this guy got a hole blown right through him. I was right there. I done seen it. And I kind of feel like Adam's going to try and claim some of this glory somehow because he's definitely trying to claim the glory. But you know what? He was good to his daughter. So I'm like, hey, man, this is for you. Go get it.
All right, so
This
Shadow
corpse
Rogue
is for you.
is watching as you sever the corpse's head. Tyler, Del, you went over to check on Adam, and now he's yelled that he's going to be king of the snake people. So
Yeah.
what are you up to?
Yeah, he's fine. I guess I'm just walking back over to Tyler. And I'm also like, part of me is like, I wonder if I put this back in the basin with the blood, if it'll do big shiny again.
What do you want to do?
What the hell was that?
And I guess this is the thing, maybe? This is the thing
The
that
reality,
he's
like you
protecting.
one-shot this massive lizard mayor. I broke my sword trying to hit him.
Yeah,
and
that's.
you put a hole in him.
I mean, I actually, the only reason I thought of it is because Werner Herzog told me to.
You heard Werner Herzog?
Yeah. Now
The
I'm
way
looking
I
around.
hear Ezra?
To,
And Tyler, as you look
guess.
at Dell, you realize she has a white hair now at her temples on both sides instead of her usual hair color. And she has an unnatural glint to her eyes. When you look at her, you can see almost that dog's eye reflecting in the night glance to her, just standing normally. And as she's talking to you, it's like subtle winds that are not reflecting anywhere else in the room are buffeting her hair and her clothes, and you're just seeing them kind of flutter around her.
Oh, hey, Dell, you've changed a little bit.
Oh no, am I a demon? Tyler, am I a demon? I'm like
not as
touching
bad
my
as
head.
what I've got. It's not as bad as what I've got going on. You generally look like you, but now that I get a closer look at you, you're a little different.
Oh,
I mean,
I don't
almost
really
all of
feel
us
any different.
Almost all of us have a special voice in our heads now. Do you hear Werner Herzog or anything?
Del, can you roll me a perception?
Sure. Oh no! I rolled a nat 1, which I think means something now.
Yeah, Del, can you flip over to the second sheet of your new character sheet? And I think you roll a d4 to find out what's happening.
Roll a d4 to find out what's happening now. And I rolled another 1.
So what does that tell us happens, Del?
You have disadvantage on the next attack roll, ability check, or saving throw you make.
Because you are having your head filled with the voice of ghosts that are all yelling at you at the same time. And you realize it is their spectral energy trying to draw your attention that is moving your hair and clothing. So you're like, Del, I know what we need to do. And I'm here because I'm in. It's Dr. Deputy. It's me, Peter the Nutter. How you doing? This is what's going on. I'm the Black Knight, not him. It's just a whole like show it. You're hearing voices you haven't heard before. You're hearing snippets of statements, some of them crying, laughing. You're just hearing dozens upon dozens of ghosts.
Oh, I feel sick.
Oh, hey, okay. Hug your knees and just breathe. Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth.
Okay, I'm squatting down and hugging my knees, and I'm putting my head on my knees. Oh, it's bad.
I'm rubbing Dell's back. Just circles, big circles. Yep, it's okay. I don't know what's happening.
All right, Adam, can you roll me a melee attack?
What? Oh, okay. Wait for the head. Okay, all right. Whoa! Natural 20!
Great. Roll me double your usual damage dice.
Ooh, okay.
So whatever your usual attack is. I think it's a D8 plus something. And
D8
roll
plus
2
one.
D8. So
2 D8
plus
plus
1.
2? Or
Plus 2. Let's plus 1. Sorry, plus 1.
Plus 1? 2
D8 plus 1.
Oh, man. Wow. Well, that's not that. Okay, there we go. 7.
7. Luckily, did you get another die in there?
Is that the result of 1?
Oh, you told me 2, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if I add 1, total is 15.
15.
Okay.
Holy shit. Yeah,
Okay.
you reach up and cleave down, and the lizard mayor's head comes off with one clean stroke. And in fact, it is so effectively done that not even very much blood comes out, so you don't accidentally spray Del with blood or have her hear you sawing a corpse's head off while she's trying not to barf. It's just a nice clean strike. The head is in your hands.
Okay.
Shadow Jimmy and the great wizard fuck me. The great wizard Omega Sergeant of Shadows look up at you.
All right.
Adoration.
Now, now, did I hear this conversation that just happened there, or am I too busy?
You're sawing, but they're right beside you. It's all close.
All right.
Yeah.
So then I heard that they were like, oh, like blood gives it power. Did I hear that? I didn't.
Perception.
All right.
We're gonna make this a flat DC 10. If you come above 10, you hear it. If it's below, you don't.
Oh, I rolled a D10?
Not just roll the D20. I'm telling you what the
D20.
result is. I'm just letting you know numerically what to cheer for.
What your target is, yeah.
I'm being generous. I'll never do it again.
4.
4. You did not hear the blood part.
I was all right. I was just sawing away.
You're in the zone.
Okay, the Great Wizard Omega Sergeant of Shadows. He speaks lizard man, correct? Lizard
Correct.
people? Okay.
Yes, he does.
So I'm going to be like, all right, I'm going to ask Shadow Jimmy, help your daddy with this head. And Omega Sergeant, I need you to run ahead and announce to the lizard people that their new king approaches.
Okay. And he just starts running into the distance. Just go. Well, let's see how he handles this. He's doing all right. Shadow Jimmy next to you takes the head and will follow you out.
All right. And I'll be like, wet change, follow me. And then I lug the head to where the...
Are you still like crawling on your belly?
I think I like got up. I'm like,
Oh, okay.
I'm huffing along. I kind of got
I
my
would love
wind
for us
back.
all just going to walk along as you're just
Yeah.
army crawling across.
We walk at a
dungeon.
steady clip.
Walk
of it.
like this. Yeah, and then I'll bring the head with the help of Shadow Jimmy and go to the little place that you can overlook.
Yep. So they are making their walk. Shadow Rogue, are you following? What are you up to?
Yeah, no, I'm following. I'm just still sinking all in. I'm like, wow, I strangled a guy so hard I blew a hole through his chest. Wow, thank you, Ezra. You did it. We did it. Praise be.
Dell and Tyler, you are left alone as they are lugging a severed head out, and Shadow Rogue is congratulating himself, following out of the room. What are you up to?
Okay. Thank you.
Doing
Thank you,
okay?
Tyler. Yeah.
Yeah. It's
So
not that bad. You look pretty normal.
Okay. But so I could hear dead people, I guess.
Oh.
I tried to think about Werner and I heard him, but I heard maybe like I'm hearing lots of people.
Yeah, you're still hearing them whispering.
My
at the edge of
head
the
is
hearing.
hurting. I have to look directly at you to see when you are talking to me because I don't. There's a lot of my head is hurt
Okay.
inside.
I square up with you, like put my hands on your shoulders, like, is this helping?
Yeah.
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 Okay, good. I don't want to be here anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go home. Go home time.
Let's go home. Yeah.
Yeah.
We need Adam's helmet. He wants to stay here and be the king of the lizard people. We need to get his helmet so we can go fight the Dark One tomorrow, I guess.
I didn't really get all that, but okay, I trust you, Tyler. Let's whatever you
Okay.
need. Okay.
And I like turn your shoulders so you like face around and like start to march you out.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah.
We just go. I follow. The whole blood thing is gone from my brain. Too spooky. I'm done. I'm done with it. No more.
So, Adam, Shadow Nemesis, you are approaching the edge of the ziggurat, and your friends are coming out behind you, but you have Shadow Jimmy beside you, and you have the Great Wizard Omega Sergeant of Shadows, who has just been announcing from the top, yelling down over the storm. The drums have kind of, they do that weird thing like, and you just hear them give up when they realize the mayor's head is presented. You are looking down. You can see pteranodons flying in the distance. You can see some of the big muscular warriors with bows below. What do you do?
So I got their attention. I got an audience, right? They're not just like walking around like doing their own thing. Like
they look pretty
like,
dejected,
hey.
but like they're looking at you.
Okay. It's how like this head is this? Did he shrink? Because I know he grew.
No,
Did
he
this head
stayed the
shrink
same
down?
big size. So you got a head that's it's a hardy pumpkin.
It's pretty. Oh, okay. So I could Lion King it, I guess, right? Okay. So I hold it up and all right. So I'll start with the Lion King and then all right. I don't know if everybody has seen this movie, but in Conan the Barbarian, spoiler alert, at the very end when he kills Thulsa Doom and he's kind of just like up on the podium and all the followers are there and he just kind of like tosses the head down the steps and they like clunk, just clunks down and I toss it down dramatically and I do like a very like dramatic pose and I say, your oppressor is dead. Thanks to me, your new king, Shadow Nemesis, and wet change as well. But as the chosen one, I shall lead you to freedom. What do you say?
And there is this climactic moment, and you feel like you did good on the speech, and you feel that this is very important. And that's when the mist swirls up from the stones beneath your feet, empowering this statement you have made.
Boy. Oh boy.
Please roll me a d6 after this commercial break.
No.
Oh man.
Oh.
Adam, let's make a very important lizard-centric roll.
D6, you said? Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Remind me again what the what do the numbers mean again? With the even and odd?
If
mean
it's
something?
a 1 or a
Why don't
2
you
or
tell
a
us what the
3.
number is?
Yeah.
Why don't you tell us what the number is, and we'll tell you what happens.
What does a 2 get me?
Oh no.
As you
God.
throw the head
Oh.
down the ziggurat and start your speech, you speak looking out, and the rest of you see what happens, which is the ziggurat is very, very long and very, very deep. And the lizards start watching the head rolling down the ziggurat that is impossibly long. And it's at this point the lizards all start moving after the head and chasing the head. And you realize, Shadow Nemesis, that you forgot to get the squire to translate for you. So you just threw a head at them and then yelled a menacing speech in a language they didn't understand, and they are currently routing.
Can I? I'm gonna swat the Omega Surgeon in the back of the head. They're gonna be like, "You idiot! You were supposed to translate my speech.
Why you didn't say that?
I told you to run ahead and tell them I was coming.
And announce a new king. I did it. I did it so good.
I can't speak lizard. Call them back. Tell them what I said.
I mean, I don't think that's gonna work. They're too far. It's windy.
I'm furious, and my eyes burn red. And it was like, I had a chance for an army, and you blew it. You are getting a demotion.
What?
That's right. For
Why?
screwing up. You are no
No.
longer the great wizard Omega Sergeant of Shadows. You are just a sergeant.
Whoa.
Am I still the Sergeant of Shadows?
Oh, it's really bright where you are. That means there's no shadows. You are in the brightness of my burning red eyes. And until you prove yourself again, you're not going to be the great wizard Omega Sergeant of Shadows. And I want that camera back. And I take the camera back.
No! And he hangs onto the camera. We need to roll competing athletics.
Oh
my
this is
God.
so
I'm not giving him a
sad.
camera. Can figure out
Adam, be nice.
Adam
athletics.
playing
Yep.
tug of war with an NPC at the top of a set of infinity stairs.
Yeah. It's not dangerous at all.
Yeah.
My athletics are 0, and that was just a straight 15.
Well, his athletics is
Good.
-2, and that was an 8. So you have a camera.
I
and
basically
he
just
is-
stealing a camera from a kid. That's
Well,
So we've
he's
approached
crying
him.
and just sits down.
good. Think about what you did, Sergeant.
Fucked up, man.
and we're all approaching this. We've all just seen.
Yeah, you're all
this.
there.
Yeah. Hey, I'm gonna feel bad for the little guy, even though his offspring was kind of annoying. I feel bad for this, and it's like dad being angry, unreasonably so. So I'm gonna walk up to Sergeant. I'm like, hey, Sergeant,
Yeah.
how you doing, buddy? Are you doing okay?
I got demoted.
Oh, I'm really sorry that happened to you. Hey, you know what? You're still the number one in my eyes, and you know who else's eyes?
Who?
The Lord above, the giver of all good things.
The
Ezra.
Dark One?
Let's just say he's the Jekyll to the Hyde. Yeah, no, I
Told
mean,
me
you don't
a
know
D6.
that.
No, he might. We don't know how much
Oh,
of it he
okay.
knows.
Okay.
what do you want me to
I
roll?
need you to roll me a D6 because we need to find out whether or not this was covered in the puppet show you were shown.
Oh,
That's a 1.
A 1. Nope. Those words come out and you realize they were just on a backdrop of one of the puppet shows. You don't know shit.
Huh, I wonder what that was about. Anyways, no, it's like it's just like a cool brother of the Dark One. You know how every shadow needs its light, because if there weren't the light, there wouldn't be the shadow.
Wait, so like the light hurts me, so the light is evil. And then you work for the brother of the Dark One? So you're evil too?
Well,
Can you give me a promotion? I'll work for you.
I think there might be a bit of a misunderstanding. What I'm saying, little fellow, is there's always a place for you, and where there's evil, there's good. So in a way, we are related, and you can always ride with me.
So you, me, and Shadow Jimmy are all the Black Knight's kids?
Again, I think there's been a little bit of a misunderstanding here. I'm saying that higher beings being higher beings.
Yeah?
Yeah, fine, whatever. Yeah, we're all related. We're all part of the Dark Lord ones, whatever.
I love you too, brother. We're
Okay.
gonna make the Dark One so proud.
Yeah, that's fucking okay. Sure. Okay, guys.
Can I hear this? Can I hear this speech happening?
Yeah, this is all. You guys are all just standing together.
Okay, and I'll be like, now, Sergeant, why don't you go shake the hand of the nice man?
What?
I'll-
Shake his hand. He's helping you out. Shake his hand.
That's a very grown-up fatherly thing to do.
Yeah.
Yes, Adam, I'm going to shake your young man's hand. Come on, fella.
Good, and keep it there.
Guys, we know what happens
Okay.
here. What are you doing?
Oh wait, no.
Yeah, he takes your hand.
Shake it.
Guy, can you roll me a D4?
Fuck, I literally fucking forgot.
so fucked up.
I thought you were doing a bit. You forgot.
Oh, it's 2.
That's amazing. I love that.
It's 2. All right. The Omega Star decides to go shaking as his arm starts to go gray from his hand.
Let him go, guy.
I'm
Or
sorry.
Shadow Rogue.
Yeah, Shadow Rogue.
Let him go, Shadow.
Okay,
Rogue.
okay. Anyways, look, how's everybody feeling? Should I heal us up before we make our jaunt back?
I'm feeling very bad. I've been demoted and I'm dying.
Can I just step in and be like, have you learned your lesson?
What lesson?
Yeah. What?
The lesson of not doing as I say and anticipating what I want without saying it.
Adam, he did do what you said, and he took Guy's hand, and he's dying for it.
Well, yeah, that's his punishment for not listening to me, for not getting an army of snake men, or lizard people, whatever they are. That's what I wanted. That's why
I thought you wanted to take over the ziggurat. The place is yours. You've got it.
Yeah, but like there's no one here to rule over. I don't have an army to send after the Dark One. They kick a stone.
I mean, speaking of the Dark One, we were kind of hoping, if you wanted to stay here and lord over the ziggurat, if you could just let us have the Dark Knight's helmet. That's one of the 3 things we need: Reality Blade, Crown of Thorns, Dark Knight's helmet. To take on the Dark Lord. If you want to stay here, we'll just take that off your hands and get out of your hair and let you do your whole ziggurat thing. We'll just be on our way.
Well, I'm not staying here. This place isn't fun anymore. I'll just come back with you and go to the bunk bed.
We're just abandoning this place?
I don't want this place. There's no army. Like,
I thought we were
what's
going to
the
build
point?
an empire.
Yeah, Dad, didn't you just want to take over this place and it'd be super spooky as your evil headquarters?
Okay, children. So here's the thing. If you want an empire, you need, in my case, lizard people to
that's
do
true if you
your
wanna-
things.
That's true if you want to start like a lizard empire, but otherwise, one of the things you need is infrastructure. I learned this in school. So you're going to have to build an army, but you're also going to have to sort out your food supply and then how you're going to travel that with the army. And an empire is usually a combination of nations. So this could be your first one.
Boy, that sounds pretty complicated.
Empire building usually takes a while. Some of them take like 20 years.
20 years. Ugh. Okay, children, look for something to start a fire with. We're going to burn this place down.
Okay.
Adam,
Can we have the helmet while you do that? We just
I'm coming
wanna
with
go.
you. You don't need the helmet. I'm coming with you.
But you're gonna burn a massive structure to the ground. That's
We'll
gonna
go
take
to the
time and is
bottom and burn
dangerous.
it.
Oh my God.
Okay. All right. How about this? Okay, let's all head down, get back to the boat, try to figure out how to pilot a boat. The Great Wizard Omega Sergeant of Shadows. Why don't
Did I get promoted again?
Yes, you did, because you learned your lesson.
Yay!
Why
That
don't
don't
you-
feel good.
Okay, you go gather a bunch of things that are flammable, go back to where we were, and
No
just
boat
start,
parts. No boat parts.
No
Omega
boat parts?
Sergeant.
No boat parts. And start like a trail of fire that leads back to where we're going.
Brother, can I talk to you?
The squire just says to Shadow Rogue.
yeah. What's up, little guy?
You gotta come over here for a second.
Pulls you over the
Okay.
corner.
What's
I'm
up?
right here.
See, Dad told me to anticipate his needs, and he
Uh-huh.
wants to burn down the ziggurat, but it's made of stone, and I'm not allowed to use the wood from the boat. And I don't
Right.
even know if the wood would burn it. I don't think I can do this task, and I don't want to get demoted or die.
Hey, don't worry, buddy. I got your back. Hey, Adam, Shadow,
Who?
Nemesis.
Nemesis.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Hey, what say we don't try to light everything on fire? We might want to use everybody's energy and strength for other tasks going forward. I say we keep it all in good condition because hey, you could still come back here and rule after all is said and done.
This could
Once
be
we
like the
just
Vacation Empire, Summer
exactly,
Empire. You know?
this will be your relaxing zone of zen after all is said and done.
Cottage
That's
Empire.
True. If I just
Yeah.
take over the place, then I don't need to worry about what was that word you used, Shadow Jimmy?
Infrastructure.
Infrastructure, right. All right, fine. We'll just leave it. I'm getting tired. I need to go to bed. Let's just leave it. Don't burn it. We'll come back. This is our summer home. Come on.
And then I lean down to the squire and I wink at him.
He goes, yeah, I'm into you too.
And he's ready to go for a walk.
Uh,
And he starts waddling after the Black Knight. Del, you're hearing terrifying voices and let the actors sort it out themselves. Always a bold choice.
Yep.
What are you thinking? What are you up
Yeah,
to
I
as
think
everybody
it-
traipses down the ziggurat?
Yeah, the whole thing just gave me a terrible more headache. So there was no way I was interjecting or going to discuss anything with any of that. But I guess even through having terrible headache would have just been like, I remembered how to get down fast because there's no way we're walking all the way down this. But trying to find the steps or way to get down fast again would have been my priority.
Reasonable. Can you roll me a wisdom save? I will accept a history or a wisdom save. This will be
It
a
will be a-
disadvantage.
I know. It's
Disadvantage.
my
Oh,
headache plan.
no.
It's you said history or wisdom?
History or wisdom save. Wisdom if you're just trying to trust your gut. History if you're trying to remember where it was. Because the thing is, the mist is not visible anymore.
Yeah, I'm gonna do history then. Oh, that's 10.
10. Sadly, without being able to see it, and the fact that you've been brought out here, the wind is blowing, the sound is going on, and you were full of ghost voices, you cannot spot the path. So you all begin the long and miserable trek down the seemingly physically impossibly tall ziggurat.
I might have something for this, if I may.
Oh, please.
Part of being whatever I am is that Ezra has endowed me with, various abilities. One of them being one that we haven't really explored yet. It's called Mistwalker. I will never be lost in the mists as long as I travel where my patron wants me to go. Won't let me pass through walls of a domain if they're closed by a Dark Lord, whatever that means. That's concerning, that text on the character sheet. However, is it that the mist, as you said, disappearing, is it like the mist distinct, like winding path of mist is disappeared, or is there literally no mist up here?
There is not mist up here, but the winding
Okay, well
path
then.
was mist, and I would say this is related. So give me an Arcana check.
Okay.
Come on, Tyler.
It's a decent roll. +5. Okay. 18 Arcana.
18. You can feel with your horns, they vibrate. You get to
I
play
don't
hot and
like
cold
that.
with your horns until you stumble onto the path and
dousing
lead your friends
horns?
down.
Okay. I'm getting up here on my horns. They're like a
Oh.
tingle. I think we go this way. Come on, everybody.
Shortcut. Yay!
Good.
As
I
you
couldn't
all
find it.
step over, the world changes around you. The ziggurat is much shorter. You can see the time dilation around you. You will get to avoid a series of saves that probably would have killed at least one of you. So it was good. It was good. Good that you found the path.
Oh,
You make your way
yay.
down, and you end up back at your boat, which is still moored at the base of the ziggurat.
All right, Del. You think you picked up enough from Kat to take us home in this thing?
I can try.
You were paying attention to everything she said, right? Like, there
Oh
wasn't anything
yeah,
distracting you?
totally, 100% boat thoughts the whole time.
Okay, cool.
That's
All right.
Yeah.
Well,
Does the
then-
boat work? Didn't something get taken out of the boat? Can I check if the boat work?
Yeah.
Yes, you can. Can you roll me a? Ooh, let me figure this one out.
Oh God, you're right. The crystal or whatever it was.
Can you roll me an investigation?
Sure. That's a 12.
Boat seems to be working fine.
Yeah, right. Let's boat it up.
So what orders do you want to give to your crew before you push off?
Let's see. Tyler, stand at the front. We look at your hair.
Aye.
I don't. Okay, I'm not gonna say what the other two were doing, as I'm internally recalling that Adam was drunk. That was his part on the boat adventure. Oh, Shadow Rogue, you didn't do the boat thing. So I guess whatever you think you should do, maybe we should try to boat together. We're not holding hands, though. We're not holding hands. But-
Okay. I guess, is it misty out at all on the water? Is it clear water? What are we looking at here?
It is subtly misty. The water here is actually a water combination of a lake and a swamp. As you look out, it's almost a jungle lake. There are trees sweeping up, a canopy quickly as you move away from the ziggurat that blocks out the sky overall, with thick trunks lowering down and large roots you can see floating in and out of the water with lily pads spread all over the place. So it's approaching boat meets gondola territory.
All right. Well, I still have my lighter, and maybe I'm going to find a torch. Look for a torch somewhere in the barge or something like
The
that.
boat is clearly lit by glowing gems on all of the exterior, so you can see out from it.
Oh, never mind then. Well, then I'll just do the only thing I can think that would be useful. I'll just be like the giant, like foghorn, like.
Shadow Rogue is making horn sounds. Do you want anything from Shadow Jimmy or the Great Wizard Omega Sergeant of Shadows, formerly Sergeant, formerly the Great Wizard Omega Sergeant of Shadows?
I'm like the awful aunt. I'm pretending those two don't exist unless I need something directly. So no, it's just that's Shadow Nemesis's problem to deal with. So I'm gonna just try to boat this and not get distracted by everything else.
Great. So you will start boating. Can you roll me? Oh man. I'm going to give you some options because it's
boat
roll that we don't have there's no boating skill for this one.
Yeah.
I would say performance or survival or sleight of hand.
I will take the sleight of hand. Try to handily hand this boat. Fuck me. 7.
Oh boy.
The boat rolls forward and immediately bounces off a tree. Everyone is
shit.
almost there. Can everybody give me a deck save?
Oh, jeez.
Jeez. All right.
Deck save. Oops.
19 for me.
6.
9.
Am I also making one?
Yes. No, because you're at the tiller, so you're where you are. The boat slams into a tree, and your foghorn and shadow nemesis are both knocked off of the boat into the water.
Whoa!
We'll take an ad break right here.
Oh, man.
Ow!
Just imagine.
Shadow Nemesis and Shadow Rogue, you both fall off opposite ends of the boat as it jolts into a tree. Can you both roll me a survival check? Or Shadow Rogue,
man.
I will give you the option of an athletics. Shadow Nemesis, you're wearing like RoboCop armor, so I don't think it lets athletics factor into this.
All right, I'm gonna.
Jeez.
This is great. I'm a 22.
Total of 14.
Yep, you both managed to clamber back up without taking any drowning damage.
Oh.
Shadow Nemesis, for
good.
you, it is a rough climb up the side of the boat. Your armor does not support you in this. Shadow Rogue, as you fall, you grab a rope and it just becomes a hero swing. You don't even touch the water. You just swing up and now you're just standing beside Tyler at the head of the boat.
Jesus.
Sorry, guys. What'd I miss?
Do that at a different part of the boat, please.
All right.
Is everyone okay?
I walk away.
Everybody back.
I have like a seaweed and a frog on my head as I like climb back in and I like take my helmet off and I just dump all this water out and I throw my helmet on the ground and I'm just like, this day sucks. This day sucks. Oh, what? I wanted an army. Now I'm getting seasick. And I like lean over the real Adam gets seasick very easily.
Oh, okay.
So
Oh.
I'm just throwing that in.
buddy.
So I'm just like, oh, I'm all like, well, like I guess my skin is very like vampire-y, so it's like extremely pale and now like a bit of green. So I'm just like,
Yeah, there's a
Aw.
subtle, really unhealthy purple undertone. Dell, can you roll me another? I think you did sleight of hand. Roll me another one of those. I will give you advantage. You got a little more experience with the boat this time.
All right. All right. Now that is a 24.
24. You solved this the rest of the way. It was a bumpy start. It also was a scenario where the trees were the densest, closest to the ziggurat. So as you figure it out, moving further away, you remember vaguely what you overheard Kat say, only like two things because you were very otherwise occupied, but you remember to stay away from things that get sucked into the engine and to remember the direction you're going in. So you do manage to keep the boat aimed approximately forwards and to avoid getting any lily pads sucked into the engine. So you all arrive back at town where you see the whole townsfolk all just standing at the very edge. And the moment you clear the trees, they go fucking ape shit because no one has, they fly up banners that say victory for the chosen one, yay for wet change. It's just nuts. A good chunk of them are skinless, so that's kind of disturbing. And you can see a small contingent of the Ryan-sized Lizardfolk have also joined the town cheering from the side. You've defeated your three things and collected your 3 magical items, and Mayor Paul Rudd is awaiting you with medals.
ooh.
Oh, wow.
Oh, this is too nice. Okay, thank
Oh.
you. Okay.
Everyone remember that these people were going to kill us if we failed to do any of these things,
Oh,
even by like a day.
I did not remember that. Okay, very good.
That might have been covered back before you.
Okay.
Before you
Okay.
died.
All right. Okay. So
Yeah, they've been dicked around before about people claiming to be the chosen one or whatever, and basically was like, if we didn't come back every day with one of these super important items, they were going to kill us. They were going to kill us all. Yeah.
I see. Okay. But not Mr. Paul Rudd. He seems too nice to ever kill anything.
Paul Rudd seems great. I got nothing bad to say about Paul Rudd. He's really rolling with this whole thing really, really well. He's very well adjusted to becoming the mayor of Happy Town.
So Dell brings the boat forward perfectly, just like an absolute professional in full Cat Letwin style, and parks the boat, and you can all climb down to meet Paul Rudd at the head of the townsfolk.
I
Do you do that?
I stand at the end of the boat before getting off after everyone gets off. And I point up at the sky. I'm like, hope you saw that cat. Park that boat. Then I follow everybody else.
Can you roll me an Arcana?
Oh my God. Are the stars going to...
No, it's another nat 1. Shit.
Roll me that D4.
It just starts raining.
Little thundercloud appears.
I rolled a 4, which means I can ask the spirits about the results of a specific course of action that I plan to take within the next 30 minutes. And I receive an omen as if I had cast augury.
Yeah, so you thought this was a terrible thing as you looked up at the stars and they shifted. And they shifted into Werner's face, and then the Doctor Deputy's face, and then the Black Knight's face, and a bunch of different faces. And then it was just Kat's face giving you a wink. When you realize that things are out of control, and that was terrifying, but sometimes things can work out in your way, and you feel like the spirits may be on your side a little bit as you go down to meet Paul Rudd.
All right. Well, that was really freaky for a minute, but we're doing it. Okay. Time to run after Tyler. I feel unsafe now.
So you all make your way towards the mayor, who steps forward. Paul Rudd is in the same red velvety gown that you had seen Werner Herzog in previously, having theoretically only one outfit of modern make. And he steps forward and just says, "Hey guys, it was really cool. I'm so glad that you did the stuff that you said you were going to do. And it turns out, town's been telling me, now you guys get a week to train before you have to go fight the Dark One. So way to go, chosen one," he says, looking around, seeing Adam is clearly the most evil. Tyler's green. Shadow Rogue has ghost hands. Dell's got spooky face. The Squire is terrifying. "I'm guessing it's you," he says, pointing at Jimmy as the only clear human in the group.
Honestly.
"You're the chosen one, right?"
I kind of shuffle step in front of Shadow Jimmy, and I'm just like, "Ah, yes. Oh, my helmet's not on. I can't talk like that." It's like, "Ah, yes. No, it's me. I'm the chosen one."
"Oh, well, great work." And he reaches out and puts a medal around your neck. When you look down, it's a gold medal. It has your face on it, giving a thumbs up. And then the rest of you get medals that all say the Chosen One's band. They clearly weren't made by Paul Rudd. They clearly were just handed to him, and they're all put on you. And he's like, "Tonight's the victory feast, so you guys can figure out what you want to do. If you got any questions, I'll help you, but we're going to have to apprentice you to the guilds." They're all pretty excited, so there's some pretty hot competition, except for the rogues who are refusing to work with you. And he points to Dell and Tyler, and you look over and see the two dwarves give you the finger and then throw smoke bombs and disappear.
Oh, you can't even say sorry. Whatever.
But tables are laid out. It's a full Hobbiton-style feast as the sun rises. You've got this chance to kind of talk among yourselves to continue. Some things that have floated around that don't necessarily need to come up, but can. Dell, you'd theorize that encouraging Adam to be so evil and cannibalistic would eventually mean he would get bored. And Tyler, you have been waiting to get angry later at Adam for a significant amount of time now, which, again, you don't have to do. This is just floating around there. And Shadow Rogue, as this feast is laid out, you feel a pop culture memory just return to you that sums up this moment beautifully. What is it? The Watchers have gifted you one.
Okay, well, guys, in this time of peace, I feel like everything's just come together so well. And it makes me think of the scene from one of the best films in the Star Wars collection. That's, of course, Episode 1, where basically they're on that one planet at the very end, and there's like confetti pouring down, and a little Naboo. Yeah, they're on Naboo, and Anakin's like, "Golly, look at all the adventures we've had, and more to come, surely." And everything is just wrapped up with a nice little bow, and there's definitely nothing sinister that will ever come after this point.
Right, great.
Yeah.
Anything lurking and anything bad that might happen.
And when we look at the parade, it's the band of Wet Change walking forwards, and then in the traditional, you look over and see where Ian McDermott is standing, and that's where Adam is in the lineup that's going through the feast.
And there's that music, that cheerful music. Oh, yeah.
Yep,
I remember.
perfect.
Yeah.
The Lizardfolk look kind of like Gungans if they were tinier and smaller. It all adds up. So is there anything, the whole town is here, everything is going on. Obviously, Paul Rudd is happy to answer any questions you might have as a group. You can go around and talk to whoever you want. What would you be doing at a big feast? You guys have achieved your goal and apparently have a week before you need to go tackle the Dark One.
Okay.
I'm a little peopled out by this town I do not understand people who are flayed and then pretty okay about it, and a town that basically fights tooth and nail against the forces of darkness every night, and then every day is like, hey, howdy neighbor. It just does not make sense to me. So I will be turning inward I think, and consulting Ezra about what to do next, because we got everything on the shopping list.
Great. Shadow Rogue, what's your plan for the feast?
I heard Tyler mention Ezra, so I'm like, can I come? Did you say Ezra? Something about Ezra?
I was gonna say something about Ezra. Yeah.
Yeah.
I assume this will still work. Yeah, I'll put my hand on your shoulder and
Okay, just my shoulder though.
yeah, and we'll
Okay.
do the party line kind of thing.
Tyler,
All
can you
right.
roll me a perception?
Yeah. Oh Christ, how far up do his fucking arms go? 9 plus perception, total of 13.
Shadow Rogue seemed a little weird, but that was fine. It's been a weird
Shadow
night.
Rogue. Okay, yeah, it's weird, but that's fine.
All right, so you two are going off together. Del, what is your plan for the feast?
I have two goals. One is to try to keep an eye on his voice because I am concerned.
Mm-hmm.
But part two is I need to find my horse bestie. How's my horse bestie? Rumple Foreskin.
You can see Rumple Foreskin is waiting for you at the bar, shots
Oh.
ready.
Oh my god. Oh. Okay, not too many this time.
All right, so you're going to go drinking with Rumple Foreskin. Shadow Nemesis, what is your plan for the feast? How do you celebrate now that you're evil?
Well, you know what? But like,
Or not?
Yeah.
You gave that potion to Jimmy. You've had a whole up and down journey.
see, I'm the baddest man on the planet in my head, but I'm feeling very conflicted because there is this goodness. I tried being good and didn't work. I tried being bad and that's not going well. So I think back to the time when I was a drug dealer and Del helped me get away from the drug dealing scene. So I'm going to approach Del and ask for advice on how I feel.
Great. I love all of this. So, Del, you go over to Rumple Foreskin, who's like, hey, I'm so excited you're back. Here are shots. And you could just do some shots.
Yeah, gonna just do. I can't do too many tonight. I got really hungover the day after before. I only do this occasionally, but
Oh, I totally get it. The next
Yeah.
day, my bones were just clattering around.
yeah. Man, it's nice. It's nice to see you again. It feels. I know the situation is a bit out of control. I think I hear ghosts now,
Oh.
but it's honestly, it's nice to see you again.
Well, are the ghosts telling you anything? Have you asked them a question or something?
Well, the first time I tried, I got like a terrible migraine and almost threw up. And then and then I saw some ghosts in the clouds. I haven't really, I mean, I could try.
Well, I feel like if I could ask ghost things, it'd probably be for advice or stuff. So maybe you could try.
Yeah, maybe. I guess I'll try to ask the ghosts about what to do about the boys all arguing, because that has been a main problem that I don't know how to solve that is bothersome. What should I do to make it less annoying to deal with?
Okay. So, because of your roll that you made with your nat 1, you have the ability to ask the ghosts about a course of action. So you can't necessarily ask them which one you should take, but you could go like, I'm thinking of doing this. How do you think that would work out?
Okay. Man, I don't know if I have a specific. I guess.
I was going to say, and that's where you see Adam walking up to you.
Okay.
You see Shadow Nemesis approaching, looking heartfelt and thoughtful. You can tell that you know the many forms of Adam, and this is I need advice, Adam.
Oh gosh.
And I'm not wearing my helmet. I put that in my bag of holding, so I look less menacing
than having the big
than
helmet on.
my vampire face.
Yeah, Lost Boys, but not a Buffy villain.
Yeah. And I kind of walk up and like, hey, buddy, nice sword.
Is there anything you want to ask the ghosts about how to approach Adam?
Okay. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna ask the ghosts. How will things go if I'm nice to Adam?
Ooh, that is a good one. And you receive a message from Werner. Pretty good. And Werner just says, "They actors love being friends and important. If you are nice, you can fool them more." And you feel like it's a positive omen. Kindness will serve you well with Adam if he's vulnerable.
Okay. All right.
It's not deterministic, but that's the augury gives you like the omen is
The
positive
vibes.
for this path.
Yeah. All right. Hey, Shadow Nemesis. Is it always Shadow Nemesis now, or just with the helmet, or what do you like?
I don't know.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
conflicted. First we've only been here for like 4 days or something, right? Like,
Yeah.
God, I got corrupted quick. Isn't that weird? That's like how I became a drug dealer. Remember
Yeah.
Shady 80 came up to me, said, "Want to be a drug dealer?" And I was boom, a drug dealer.
I know that really surprised me too.
Hardcore?
How quickly that, Adam, me and Rumple Foreskin, as I
Oh, hey,
slide
Rumple.
you a shot here. Join us. Come have a shot.
Ah.
Here you go.
Yeah, it's nice to see you again.
I take a swig.
Yeah, we're talking about you.
Uh-oh.
A while back, but because Rumple Foreskin was concerned about you or how things would go with the armor and the Dark Knight stuff, and I told him I believe in you, and I know that nothing can fully corrupt you because deep down you're good inside.
Oh, well,
Yeah, you
thanks.
seem really classy.
No.
Maybe, I thought we were evil, though.
What?
And again, Deli's the good friend.
Well, hold on a sec.
Okay.
Dell is the good friend, so we need to ask advice about why we're feeling this way.
But wouldn't advice be telling us what to do instead of just explaining our own reason to do things? Like, do we want to be better or do we want to be worse? Or are we just using her as kind of an emotional barometer?
Well, I mean, we want to be better, but maybe being better means we could be better.
Oh, I'm hungry.
Me too, bud. Just hang on.
Okay.
Let's we're gonna have us some snacks. Don't you worry.
Yay!
Okay. Well, you could be fed by wasting time. Maybe I'm wasting people's time. I want for help. I'm looking for help, but maybe I'm just gonna waste the time.
I'll see if I can get anything off of the horse, because I think Dell seems to think this is important.
Okay. All right. Aim your hunger at the horse.
I'll try.
Okay. I kind of walk back. Like, oh, sorry, Shadow Master just wanted to say hi. Yeah, I don't know.
It seemed like today was the first day that you felt how all the rest of us have felt since getting here, because we kind of have not liked being in a crazy other world, and it's very stressful and upsetting. And it feels like today you finally reached that like stressful, upsetting point.
Yeah. I think I was trying to cover being scared by being RoboCop, because like RoboCop is never scared.
Yeah.
Like in all the movies, when is he ever like, oh no? Like that he's never like that. He's just part man, part machine, all cop, not scared. So I think that's why I kind of dove deep into the RoboCop. Then I met good old Shadow Master, and he showed me a different way that instead of being scared of the dark, that I should just become the dark.
Uh-huh.
And I started going down that path, and that felt really good, and it was really tasty. But now I don't know. I was all good. It didn't work out. I was all bad. I didn't get an army. My lousy kids didn't do what I said.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just feeling conflicted. Like, can I be both? How can I be good and bad?
You can be good and bad because you're a person. And all of us have depths of, good and evil and everything. So maybe it's less pick one or the other and maybe just balance based on the situation. You don't want to be in a comedy sketch and be one note. You want to be able to go high and go low and be a variable. Like that's a strong thing to be able to do,
Can you roll me a persuasion, Del? And Adam, can you roll me a wisdom save?
Wisdom save.
17.
Total of 14.
Dell's making some good sense. You're a pretty stubborn person, but this is starting to math out for you. Where you're like, yeah, maybe you're not a fictional character.
Yeah. So I should be good, but bad only when bad is good.
And we should both be people, even though we are a symbiote.
Yeah, exactly, Shadow Master. Okay. You know what?
Yeah.
Thanks, Del. I'm gonna go work on my balance.
Oh, so that sounds perfect. And what name are we going with now? Do you still like Shadow Nemesis? I mean, it's cool, but Adam is cool too. Or hey, you can use both of them if you like.
Maybe I'll change my name again.
Oh, cool. Will it have Shadow in it?
How about for now, I'll be
Shadow Master.
Shadow Nemesis.
Shadow.
Like Adam and Shadow. Shadow Nemesis.
Can you roll
Shadow.
a persuasion? Del, can you roll me a wisdom save?
Shadow.
I rolled a 10.
Total of 8.
All right. Del, you are wise enough that you don't have to agree with this, but you could if you want to make him feel better, as this is a change.
Yeah, Shadow sounds great.
I think it sounds fucking dumb.
Hey, Shadow Master, what's going on over there?
Listen, I just thought about it.
He may have rolled pretty well. It has been like,
It's not a good name. It's not catchy.
You know, thanks, Del. I gotta go work on my balance and talk to this guy. And I point to my head.
Okay. All right. Well, if you need anything, I'm always here.
Thanks, bud.
Okay.
And I like give you a pat on the shoulder, and I take another shot, and then I pat Rumple Foreskin as well, and then I like scuttle up a wall.
Great. All right.
And Rumple Foreskin next to you, Del, just looks over and goes, seems like you have to do a lot of emotional labor for these men.
Yep. It's called being a manager and a woman.
That's our credits right there, I think. That's our first episode.
That's the end of this episode, listener, but next week you could become a watcher and affect the Jesters' adventures by joining our Twitch stream, which happens every Wednesday night at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. That's Toronto time. If you join our Twitch chat, you can give the cast magical items, name NPCs, and decide the events that shape Ravenloft. So, catch up on the story, follow Dum Dum Dice on Twitch, and join our weekly stream right away. Jesters of Ravenloft features the voices of players Tyler Hewitt, Del Borovic, Guy Bradford, and Adam McNamara, alongside Dungeon Master Ryan LaPlante. This episode was edited and mixed by Laura Hamstra, and Jesters of Ravenloft's artwork was created by Del Borovic at delborovic.com. That's DELBOROVIC. Our theme song is Midnight Creeping by Jonathan Shaw at jshaw.co.uk, and our ad breaks use the tracks No Control and Chiefs by Jazzar, JAHZZAR, whose music is available at freemusicarchive.org. For all things Dum-Dums and Dice, including merchandise and how to join our Patreon, you can visit dumdumdice.com or find us on social media at dumdumdice. That's DUMBDUMBDICE. Now get out of here before the mist gets you too.
Dum-Dums and Dice has to give a special thank you to the supreme beings of our Patreon at this time. Christopher Little, Sue One, George Dolby, Richard Cranium, Gavin and Abby McDonald, Logan, Fire Unfriendly, Grandma Likes D&D, Alan, Stabby Stranger, Glitch Trick, Flynn1138, Alarain Okapi, Schrodinger's Pepper, Guy Edwards, Madre de Gatos, Lady Maiden, Nithrian, Garbo Ape, Locke, Sam Schaefer, Waffle Marine, Dagger Rain, Rob L, Dia De Los Hoodless, Dio Vassis, Loki Burrito, Squishy Werewolf, Remy, Funky Head, Nomad, the Wise Paladin of the Badlands, Accent Therapeutic Services in Florence, Kentucky, Lael, and Jill and Noel LaPlante. If you want your name to be added to this list, you can join our Patreon too at patreon.com/dumdumdice. Thanks to them, and a little bit of thanks to you.